1990 was a battlefield for Hollywood. Tom Cruise was racing jets in Days of Thunder. Bruce Willis blew up an airport in Die Hard 2, and Arnie punched aliens on Mars in Total Recall. It was the golden age of action heroes. Everyone thought the year's box office champ would be muscle, explosions, or Kevin booby-trapping burglars in Home Alone. Nobody saw this coming. The one movie of the year was a slow-paced love story about a ghost. A literal ghost. It had no big stunts, no flashy CGI, and the leads? Not exactly blockbuster royalty. But Ghost made a staggering $505 million worldwide. It crushed the big boys. Stallone, Schwarzenegger, even the damn Ninja Turtles. So how the hell did this movie win? Here's the wild part. Ghost was doubted from day one. The director, Jerry Zucker, was known for slapstick comedies like Airplane and Top Secret. He'd never done anything romantic in his life. Producers thought he was totally wrong for it. The guy who made fart jokes is gonna direct a ghost love story? Patrick Swayze, fresh off Dirty Dancing, was seen as a cheesy pretty boy. And Demi Moore? She had just starred in a string of flops and was unofficially labeled box office poison. As for screenwriter Bruce Joel Rubin, he straight up said he never expected the script to get made. It was about love after death, he said. Studios hate that emotional stuff. It doesn't sell popcorn. And yet, this cursed little film became the biggest box office success of the 1990s. The turning point? A single audition. Producers didn't want Patrick Swayze. They thought he was too flashy for a soulful ghost. But at the audition, he read one line and started crying. He had just lost his brother in real life. The room went silent. The director later said, "In that moment, I believed audiences would believe him too, even from the afterlife." Demi Moore wasn't the first choice either. She was 14 on the shortlist, but she showed up with that now iconic pixie cut, read 3 lines, and boom, the director said she gave the character a soul. This wasn't a rom-com. This was grief turned into poetry. Filming was bare bones. The budget? Only $22 million less than Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. No big effects, no global marketing. The ghost walking through walls effect? Not fancy CGI, just painstaking frame-by-frame exposure work. And that famous pottery scene? Totally improvised. The director just told them to play around on the wheel, and somehow that 15-second scene became one of the most iconic and most parodied in cinema history. After the movie, pottery class signups across the US shot up by nearly 40%. Yes, a ghost movie made clay sexy. Die Hard 2, Bruce going full Rambo in an airport. Total Recall, Arnie blowing up Mars. Home Alone, Kevin outsmarting criminals with paint cans. TMNT, every kid under 12 was quoting Raphael. And Ghost, slow pacing, sad music, tears, lots of tears. Theaters didn't expect it to last 2 weeks. Opening weekend, a modest $12 million. But word of mouth was nuclear. By week 3, numbers were climbing. By week 6, it was unstoppable. It stayed on top for 13 straight weeks and ended up the highest grossing film of the year. And the cultural impact, way beyond the numbers. Demi Moore became a household name. Patrick Swayze turned into America's ultimate tragic heartthrob. Whoopi Goldberg stole the show and won an Oscar, breaking a 10-year dry streak for black women in acting categories. And maybe most shockingly, Ghost changed what Hollywood believed a hit could be. It told studios, you don't need explosions, just give people real emotion. Love can transcend death and still sell tickets. Yes, people will sit in a theater and cry their damn eyes out. People say Ghost got lucky, but really, it was the result of a dozen underdogs, all taking one huge risk. A comedy director trying drama, a washed-up lead actress, a script that was too emotional. Together, they didn't make just a movie, they made a belief. If you truly love someone, even death won't stop you from coming back. Do you remember the first time you watched Ghost? Did you cry? Drop your story in the comments. And if you're ready for part 2, next episode, the 1991 box office champ. Critics called it dumb, too violent, and just another Arnie movie. Turns out, it became the greatest sci-fi sequel of all time. Any guesses?